I don't believe in haunted places anymore. I believe in shifts. The kind that start at 11 p.m. and end when the sun comes up. If you're lucky. I found 4 people who work night shifts in completely different jobs. Different cities, different industries they've never met. But they all describe the same thing happening to them in the dead hours between 2 and 4 a.m. They call it the dead zone. And once you hear what happened to them, you'll understand why. Stick around for story 3. That's the one the police still can't explain. Story 1. The gas station. Melissa worked the overnight shift at a gas station just off the highway. Quiet town, barely any traffic after midnight. Around 2 a.m., a customer walked in. Nothing strange about that. People stop for gas at all hours. But he didn't buy anything. He just stood by the door, staring at her. She said, "Can I help you?" He didn't answer. He just kept staring. That's when she noticed something. He wasn't blinking, not once. She looked away for a second just to check the register. When she looked back up, he was gone. No bell, no door opening, nothing. She checked the security footage the next morning. The camera never picked him up at all. Not walking in, not walking out. Just static. For exactly the 11 seconds he was standing there. She still works that gas station, but she says she never looks up when the door doesn't ring anymore. Story 2. The hospital basement. James worked night security at a hospital, mostly just walking the halls, checking doors. Around 3 a.m., he was doing his usual round through the basement. That's where they kept the old records. Nobody down there at night. Ever. He heard footsteps. Slow. Deliberate. Coming from the records room. He said, "Hello? Anyone down here?" The footsteps stopped. He waited. Nothing. He kept walking. That's when things got worse. The footsteps started again, behind him this time, matching his pace exactly. He sped up. So did the footsteps. He turned around. Nothing there. Just an empty hallway, and a single door at the end of it slowly swinging shut. He said he never went back down to that basement alone again. To this day, no one else who works there will explain what's kept down in that records room after dark. Story 3. The factory floor. This is the one that still doesn't have an explanation. Derek worked the night shift at a manufacturing plant. Big place, mostly automated at night. A skeleton crew just monitoring the machines. Around 2:30 a.m., all the machines stopped. All of them. At the exact same time. He said that never happens. Not without a system-wide shutdown alert. There was no alert. He walked the floor to check the equipment. That's when he heard it. A voice, coming from the speaker system, calling his name. Not over the intercom. The intercom was off. He checked. It wasn't powered on. He heard it again. Closer this time. He said it sounded like it was coming from inside the machinery itself. He left the floor, called his supervisor, reported everything. When they reviewed the plant's internal logs, there was no malfunction, no shutdown command, no audio system activity at all. The machines had simply stopped for 4 minutes, then started again like nothing happened. Nobody has ever explained why. Derek doesn't work night shifts anymore. Story 4. The hotel front desk. Ashley worked the graveyard shift at a small hotel, mostly quiet. Just her and an empty lobby. Around 3 a.m., the phone at the front desk rang. Internal line. Only used for room-to-desk calls. She picked up. Silence. She said, "Front desk, how can I help you?" Nothing. Just breathing. She hung up. It rang again. "Same room number, room 214. She checked the system. Room 214 was empty, had been empty for 3 days. She didn't answer the third call. That's when the lobby lights flickered. Once, then completely went out. In the dark, she heard the elevator ding. The doors opened. Nobody stepped out. She said she just stood there, frozen, staring at an empty elevator in a pitch-black lobby at 3 a.m. When the lights came back on a few seconds later, The elevator was already closed, already back on the top floor. She quit 2 weeks later. 4 jobs, 4 cities, 4 people who've never met. But the same details keep repeating. The same time window, somewhere between 2 and 4 a.m. The same silence right before something happens. The same feeling that whatever it is knows you're alone. Security footage that doesn't record. Systems that shut down for no reason. Calls from rooms that are empty. Maybe it's exhaustion. Maybe it's the kind of thing your mind does when you're alone in the dark for too many hours. Or maybe some jobs put you somewhere you're not supposed to be at that hour. If you've ever worked a night shift, have you ever felt like something was watching you when everyone else was asleep?